Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and of course this time I review Halloween Resurrection. Now this is directed by Rick Rosenthal, who directed the second film, and the second film is much better than this one. The story's pretty, well, I don't know, straightforward, but long story short, you have the beginning. Jamie Lee Curtis is in a mental asylum. Apparently, when she killed Michael Myers in this one, it was an ambulance guy, attendant, who Michael Myers crushed his throat, changed clothes, went through all that. And when she cut the head off, it was actually an ambulance guy whose throat was crushed, so he couldn't say anything. I'll get to that. And so when she found out that she killed the wrong guy, she's been in this asylum. Michael Myers goes into it, kills like 2 guards, and ultimately kills Jamie Lee Curtis. Then basically goes home to his home in Haddonfield. And basically there's this, it's Halloween night and a group of kids are going to be put into this house, Michael Myers' home, with cameras attached to their heads for this internet show called Dangertainment, headed by Busta Rhymes, of course, and Tyra Banks, as you see there. And basically throughout the night they find all this stuff in the house, but then they find out that it's all been staged. But then Michael Myers has come home and he starts killing people one by one. Now, what did I think about this film? I remember when I first reviewed this film, I was kind of nice on it. I remember the first time I saw this film, the second half of the film got me like, oh wow, excited. And I say, right off the bat, this was an unneeded sequel. It did not need to happen, did not want it to happen. And considering now you look at it, that after this film, which of course leaves it open to a sequel, there was no Halloween 9. There never will be, because now there's a remake, there's a sequel to remake, and if there's another sequel, it's going to be to the remake. Not to this. So it was really pointless, it was stupid, and honestly, they should have just ended it with this one. Boom. She cut Michael Myers' head off, end of story. That is the end of the Halloween franchise, in my opinion. The first 15 minutes of this film is horrible, terrible, dog shit. Jamie Lee Curtis looking awful at an asylum. You have one of the worst excuses for a sequel. Like one of the worst examples of greed, with the bullshit reasoning of, oh yeah, Michael Myers, he must be faster than Superman because he killed a fucking ambulance guy, crushed his neck, changed clothes, with no one else noticing or coming in and, hey, you're taking a little bit long. And then, boom, load into the ambulance, which, Jamie Lee Curtis stole. Did nothing, didn't take off the mask, went through a fucking windshield, stood up, waited for a fucking ambulance to hit him, went down a fucking hill, crushed, he's still alive, and he doesn't take off the mask. He's like, I think, oh, the fuck is this shit? One of the worst, horrible 15 minutes I've seen in forever. And then killing Jamie Lee Curtis off. Come on. This is probably one of those things where Jamie Lee Curtis said, fine, I'll do it, but, you don't have to kill my character off, because I don't want to do this anymore. But damn it. Stupid. but then the weird thing for me, and it's weird, is that the other part of the movie I found a fun time waster, to be honest. But at the same time, it's not needed. This is the end of the franchise, H2O. It was fine the way it ended. I like that movie a lot. I really love Halloween, Halloween 2, H2O. I probably put Halloween 2, H2O, the first Halloween. No, I probably put, I don't know. Let's see. I put up Halloween 2, then H2O, then Halloween 4, then the first Halloween, then this film. But this film is, but it's weird. Like it's stupid, but yet I can't hate this film. It's really weird. Like Alien 3, I gave that film, tried to give it, like I hated the beginning, but I tried to give it notes. But that film, I just said fuck it and just got pissed, and I hate Alien 3 now. That's why I did an older review and I deleted it. Because Alien 3, in my opinion, fucking pissing me off tremendously. This does piss me off, but I don't know, the if those 15 minutes for me, I know no one will agree, but for me, if those 15 minutes were not there, then it's a fun time waster for me, to be honest. It's Michael Myers killing a bunch of kids inside a house. I like the webcam motif because it made it a little bit different. I like the idea that you have these kids at a party, and of course they, like any of us would think, they think it's fake. Kind of like if you're watching Ghost Hunters, you think it's fake. But then, like, one guy's trying to help the girl, and he's texting her where the killer's at, and she's got to read it. And I like that aspect. I hadn't seen that before. I thought that was interesting. I didn't mind the cast. I thought the lead girl wasn't too bad. She's a fuckload better than Rooney Mara. She's definitely no Jamie Lee Curtis or Ellie Cornell or Daniel Harris, but I'm just saying she wasn't horrible. I liked what's his name? What is his name? I liked Sean Patrick Thomas and Thomas Ian Nicholas. I didn't mind them. Like this, I didn't mind the cast, to be honest. I know Sean Patrick Thomas. He was a guy who was, sort of a food nut. Thomas Ian Nicholas. He wasn't in the film too much, but I liked him. Uh, I liked some of the kills. I like, boom, knife right in the head. One's trying to fight back and gets pwned, hunt to the door. Then Michael Myers puts one more knife into him. One guy gets his head crushed. I didn't mind the kills. I didn't mind the set. Like Rick Rosenthal, the guy knows how to direct a film from Halloween 2. I thought whoever played Michael Myers and the look of Michael Myers, I thought it was really solid. I thought Michael Myers looked intimidating. I like one moment he's trying to raise and just does this move like just hangs a knife on the wall and then crushes the guy's head. I thought, ooh, Michael Myers is badass. And I think this is why I liked Busta Rhymes. I'm sorry, I know I'm the only person in the world who did. But if I could lie, I would lie. And I have lied. But, I'll lie again. But I'll be honest in a review. I liked and still like Busta Rhymes. I'm sorry. I know no one else does. You don't have to put in a comment, but I don't like it because I know you don't like Busta Rhymes. I know it. I know everybody out there doesn't like Busta Rhymes. You don't have to put it in a comment. I know. I can't help it though. I liked it. You had a black guy, whether it be a rapper or not. First off, I didn't mind Busta Rhymes. He was either over the top, which made it fun. Fear motivates. I don't know why. It just made me laugh, but it was fun. It's like, fear's good. Fear motivates. I just have fun with it. Or when he puts on a Michael Myers mask to steer them, and the real Michael Myers is behind him, but he thinks it's one of his buddies. And he's like, I left the back door open for Scoot, skedaddle, get the fuck out of Dodge. And he does it. Michael Myers actually does it in order to kill Tyra Banks, which is actually a deleted scene. If it's not on here, it's definitely on YouTube that you actually see him kill Tyra Banks. I don't know, that made me laugh, I admit, and it was meant to. And I like that a lot of these characters, they try to fight back. They really do. They try to fight back. Um, like Sean Patrick times he gets knives and tries to fuck up Michael Myers and hey over here to save his friend and then tries to fight him and tries to get out of there, but the door's locked unfortunately. And then Michael Myers is in his way. I like Busta Rhymes. He was a black guy who didn't die, and he fought back. He got his ass kicked, but he fought back again. Um, I liked his lines. Granted, I don't mind the fact that he did martial arts. I mean, people have a problem with, oh, he did martial arts. Why not? I mean, I would though this. I would take out the, the sound of the sound effects. It was stupid. That was silly. I mean, that was trying to be comedy within it. It didn't need it. But just him, fighting them, it would have been fine. But you don't need, Busta Rhymes going, wah! You don't need it. I know. Once again, I know people don't say, but this was a travesty. No, when Michael Myers tried on Halloween 5, it was a travesty. When he fucked his niece at Halloween 6, that was a travesty. Someone doing martial arts on him. And it was like he got kicked, and then motherfucker, and got kicked out the window. Okay. But he gets Busta Rhymes back, fucks up his shoulder. And I like his lines. I love trick or treat, motherfucker. Everybody hates that line. I don't really know why. It's a badass line. It works because it's Halloween. I like that you have a character who got beat up, but he's a black guy who lives and he fights back. He's trying to help this woman. That's what he's doing because a girl is trapped and he's trying to, he's being a hero. So I like that. I enjoyed that. I don't see that a lot in the Halloween films unless it's Jamie Lee Curtis. I think that's the problem, though, is that you kill off Jamie Lee Curtis in the beginning. Like I said, the first 15 minutes ruin this film. It's horrible, but the rest of the film I had a fun time with. I like trick or treat, motherfucker. And then he gets fucked up again, but he's fighting back and electrocutes Michael Myers. Hey Mikey, happy fucking Halloween. It made me laugh. Did it make me laugh? Yes. Was I entertained? Yes. Did I like Busta Rhymes and glad he lived? Yes. I know I'm alone. Once again, I know. You guys disagree. I know. I know. I know my friend Effrey doesn't like this. It makes perfect sense. I agree. This should be the fucking end. This is the end. Plain simple. Halloween Resurrection does not exist in this dojo. But the second half of him, I still had a fun time waster. I couldn't help it. I didn't mind the cast. I liked the webcam stuff. I like Busta Rhymes. I like Trick or Treat Motherfucker. Brad Lorry, I think he did Michael Myers. The look, the mask they got, and Brad, was it him who did? I think it was. Thought did a good job as Michael Myers. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the film and the fact that do I say I liked it, disliked it. An unneeded sequel that some parts I had a fun time waster with. But I'll end it here because I don't know what else to say. But I got entertainment from the film, which is more than I can say for Halloween 5, Halloween 6, and the Rob Zombie films. That's just me being honest. But I do hate this film's opening. It is totally ridiculous. It's totally stupid. It's totally fucking worthless of an opening. You should not have killed Jamie Lee Curtis. It was stupid. You didn't need this film. This was fine. And that's how it ended here. This film doesn't exist. This is the final one. Alien 3 just pissed me off even more. Just, oh fucking shit. It just does. And again, the opening of this pisses me off, but I don't know, I don't know, man. Maybe because I grew up with the Alien films more than Halloween films, so Aliens. I like Halloween and H2O. I really do. Aliens was just one of those bona fide classes for, I don't know why. Bottom line, this film was not needed, not wanted. It should have ended with H2O. It has a horrible opening, but after those 15 minutes, I had a fun time waster. I thought it was slickly shot. I didn't mind the cast. I did like Busta Rhymes and his lines and his humor. I didn't mind the cast. I liked that a lot of the victims, at least they tried to fight back. So they wasn't just pussy whipped. I enjoyed that. I like Brad Lorry's take on Michael Myers and the look of him. I like the idea they were trapped in this one house. They couldn't get out, and they were helped by people on the outside with the... Thought it was kind of an interesting idea. So yeah, that's sort of my view on Halloween Resurrection. While, again, I do like that stuff in the film, I can also say this wasn't needed. So, I would be absolutely fine if this film never existed. Because this is the true end of the Halloween films, in my eyes. And I know a lot of people's eyes. But at the same time, I had horrible pains during the first 15 minutes of this film with this woman dying. It was just the fucking reason for why Michael Myers was still alive was one of the worst ever. But I had a fun time waster with the other stuff. Oh, just fuck. If this film took place before H2O, meaning if you take the first 15 minutes out, and this film just took place before H2O, and then Michael Myers, he wakes up, and then he goes to fucking this school. They should have just done that. If you made an edit where you put both films and it's like, okay, between Halloween 2 and Halloween H2O, he stopped by his home and fucked some shit up. And then when you think he's dead and he, wakes up, then you go to H2O. But I don't know how to edit that stuff, but that would make me even better and feel better. Just take the first 15 minutes out, start right off with these new characters, and then end it, and then begin with this one, and then this is the end. Just my opinion, but either way, that's my review of Halloween Resurrection. And stay tuned for my review of Rob Zombie's Halloween films. Take care and see you later. Ciao.